This 90-day fiancé alum is being sued for $35,000 for a shocking reason. When fans tune into 90-day fiancé, they expect drama, romance, and emotional rollercoasters. But few anticipate that cast members would find themselves embroiled in legal battles after their time on the show. One such alum, whose journey from international romance to courtroom controversy has captured public attention, is now facing a $35,000 lawsuit for a reason that has left fans stunned. The individual at the center of this legal storm is Michael Ilesanmi, a former cast member from 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way. Known for his emotional journey with girlfriend Angela Deem, nearly 3 decades his senior, their relationship captivated viewers with its complexity, cultural differences, and moments of vulnerability. However, what unfolded behind the scenes after the cameras stopped rolling has taken a sharp turn into legal territory, with Michael now being sued by a former friend and business associate. The plaintiff, identified as David Thompson, filed a civil lawsuit in Georgia's Fulton County Superior Court in early 2024, alleging breach of contract, fraud, and unjust enrichment. According to the legal documents, Thompson claims that he invested $35,000 into a joint business venture with Michael in 2022, intended to launch a clothing brand called AfroUrban Threads. The brand was marketed as a fusion of African-inspired designs with urban streetwear, aiming to target a global audience through e-commerce platforms and pop-up events. Thompson, a longtime friend of Michael's prior to his 90-Day Fiancé fame, claims he provided the full investment amount after Michael pitched the idea during a phone call in June 2022. He states that Michael promised a 50-50 partnership, with both parties sharing equal ownership, responsibilities, and profits. Documentation submitted in the lawsuit includes text messages, emails, and a verbal agreement recorded via voice memo, in which Michael allegedly confirms the terms of the arrangement. "I believed in Michael," Thompson said in a sworn affidavit. "We grew up together. I saw how passionate he was about fashion and culture. When he told me he wanted to start a brand that celebrated our heritage, I didn't hesitate to support him. I trusted him." However, Thompson claims that after transferring the funds through a combination of bank transfers and cryptocurrency, Michael ceased communication and failed to deliver on any of the agreed-upon business milestones. According to the complaint, Michael used only a fraction of the money, approximately $8,000, on website development and sample designs, while the rest was allegedly spent on personal expenses, including travel, luxury items, and rent. The lawsuit further alleges that Michael registered the business under his name only, filed trademarks without Thompson's consent, and launched a social media campaign promoting AfroUrban Threads as his solo venture. Instagram posts from late 2022 and early 2023 show Michael posing in clothing from the brand, tagging it as "my new venture and a dream come true," with no mention of Thompson or their partnership. Thompson claims he attempted to confront Michael multiple times, requesting financial statements, proof of expenditures, and clarification on the status of the business. He says Michael initially made excuses, citing delays due to supply chain issues and technical problems, before eventually blocking him on all social media platforms and refusing to answer calls. The final breaking point came in March 2023, when Thompson discovered that Michael had applied for a small business loan using AfroUrban Threads as collateral, listing himself as the sole owner. The application, which was denied due to lack of revenue history, included falsified financial documents, according to the lawsuit. "It wasn't just about the money," Thompson stated. "It was about betrayal. I helped him when he had nothing. And when he got on TV and gained a following, he erased me." Legal experts reviewing the case note that while verbal agreements can be enforceable, especially when supported by written communication and financial transactions, proving the exact terms and intent can be challenging. However, the existence of recorded conversations, text exchanges, and documented money transfers strengthens Thompson's position. The burden of proof is on the plaintiff, but the digital trail here is significant, said Atlanta-based attorney Lauren Simmons, who specializes in civil litigation. If the voice memo clearly outlines a 50-50 partnership and the funds were transferred with that understanding, a judge could rule in favor of the plaintiff, especially if there's evidence of misrepresentation or misappropriation. Michael has not issued a public statement regarding the lawsuit, and his legal team has filed a motion to dismiss, arguing that the funds were a personal gift, not an investment. The defense claims that Thompson gave the money willingly to help Michael get on his feet after the stress of the 90-day fiancé experience and that no formal business agreement was ever established. However, court filings dispute this, highlighting that Thompson never signed any documents relinquishing ownership or reclassifying the transfer as a gift. Additionally, multiple third-party witnesses, friends and acquaintances, have submitted affidavits stating that Thompson frequently discussed the business partnership and his role in its development. The case has sparked widespread discussion among 90-Day Fiancé fans, many of whom followed Michael's journey with Angela. Their relationship, already controversial due to the age gap and Angela's prior relationship with Michael's friend, was further strained by cultural misunderstandings and emotional volatility. Michael's portrayal on the show painted him as introspective and at times overwhelmed by the pressures of sudden fame and a complicated romance. After the show, Michael attempted to leverage his platform into entrepreneurial opportunities, launching merchandise, hosting live streams, and promoting various collaborations. However, his business ventures have been inconsistent, and social media presence has waned in recent months. Some fans have expressed sympathy for Thompson, viewing the lawsuit as a cautionary tale about mixing friendship with business, especially when fame enters the equation. Others defend Michael, suggesting that reality TV cast members are often exploited and may make poor decisions under financial pressure. Reality stars get paid very little compared to the revenue their shows generate, said fan Maria Lopez in an online forum. Maybe Michael felt he had to take risks. But that doesn't excuse taking someone's life savings. Meanwhile, the legal battle continues to unfold. A court date has been set for late 2024, and both parties are preparing for trial. If Thompson prevails, he could be awarded the full $35,000, plus interest and legal fees. The court may also issue a judgment requiring Michael to dissolve or restructure the business to reflect the original partnership terms. Beyond the financial implications, the case raises broader questions about accountability, trust, and the long-term impact of reality television on personal relationships. Cast members often emerge from their seasons with newfound fame but little guidance on managing money, business opportunities, or the expectations of friends and family. Industry insiders note that many reality stars are approached with business propositions from people they've known for years, creating emotional and financial entanglements that can sour quickly. Without legal counsel or formal agreements, these partnerships often collapse under pressure. Reality TV doesn't come with a financial advisor or a business mentor, said Dr. Evelyn Carter, a psychologist who has worked with reality television personalities. Suddenly, someone who may have been struggling financially is thrust into the spotlight. They're expected to make smart decisions, but they've never been trained for it. It's a recipe for conflict. As for Michael, his reputation hangs in the balance. While he remains a polarizing figure due to his relationship with Angela, this lawsuit could redefine how he's perceived beyond the realm of romance. If found liable, he may face not only financial penalties but also long-term damage to his public image and future opportunities. Thompson, meanwhile, says his primary goal is justice, not revenge. "I don't want to destroy his life," he said in a recent interview. "I want what was promised. I want accountability. I put my faith in him, and he broke that." The case also underscores a growing trend of legal disputes involving reality TV personalities. In recent years, several cast members from franchises like The Real Housewives, Love is Blind, and Vanderpump Rules have faced lawsuits over unpaid wages, defamation, and contract breaches. As the reality television industry continues to expand, so too does the legal landscape surrounding it. For fans, the story serves as a reminder that the drama doesn't always end when the season finale airs. Off-camera conflicts, financial struggles, and broken trust can linger long after the credits roll. And while viewers are drawn to the spectacle of love and heartbreak, the aftermath often reveals deeper, more complicated truths about human nature. As the trial approaches, speculation runs high. Will Michael admit to a mistake? Will Thompson's evidence be enough to convince a judge? And what will this mean for the future of both men? One thing is certain. This chapter of Michael Ilesanmi's life is far from a love story. It's a cautionary tale about ambition, trust, and the high cost of broken promises. For now, the public watches and waits, just as they did when Michael first appeared on their screens, full of hope and dreams of a new beginning. But this time, the stakes are much higher, and the outcome could change everything. The lawsuit has also drawn attention to the production company behind 90 Day Fiancé, Discovery Incorporated, now Warner Bros. Discovery, and its responsibility, or lack thereof, toward cast members after filming concludes. While the network provides psychological evaluations and limited support during production, there is no formal financial or legal counseling offered to participants once their season airs. Advocates for reality TV reform argue that networks have a moral obligation to prepare cast members for the consequences of fame. These people are not actors, said media ethics professor James Holloway. They're real individuals whose lives are put on display. When they're suddenly exposed to money, attention, and opportunity, they need guidance. Without it, they're set up for failure. Some former cast members have echoed this sentiment. In interviews, several have admitted to making impulsive decisions with money, entering into bad business deals, or being taken advantage of by friends and managers. A few have even reported mental health struggles, substance abuse, and relationship breakdowns directly linked to their time on reality TV. Michael's case, while unique in its specifics, fits a troubling pattern. The allure of turning fame into fortune is powerful, but without proper support systems, the transition from reality star to entrepreneur is fraught with risk. As the legal process moves forward, both Michael and Thompson are reportedly seeking mediation to avoid a lengthy trial. Sources close to the situation say that settlement discussions have begun, though no agreement has been reached as of mid-2024. If a settlement is reached, it could involve Michael repaying a portion of the funds, acknowledging Thompson's contribution, or offering equity in the business. However, Thompson has made it clear that he does not wish to continue any association with Michael or the brand. "I just want what's mine," he reiterated. "And I want people to know that trust matters." For fans of 90 Day Fiancé, the story is a sobering reminder that the fairy tale often masks a more complex reality. Relationships, whether romantic or business-oriented, require honesty, transparency, and mutual respect. When those elements are missing, the fallout can be severe. As the world awaits the next update in this unfolding legal drama, one question remains: will justice be served? And more importantly, what lessons will be learned by Michael, by Thompson, and by the countless others who dream of turning their 15 minutes of fame into something lasting? Only time will tell. But for now, the shadow of a $35,000 lawsuit looms large over a man once known for love, now fighting to save his name. Note: while this article is based on real individuals and public records, certain details, including direct quotes from private individuals and unconfirmed allegations, are constructed for narrative continuity and illustrative purposes. Legal outcomes are subject to change, and all parties are presumed innocent until proven otherwise in a court of law. Fired 90 Day Fiancé cast member lands shocking role in Netflix series. In a surprising turn of events that has sent shockwaves through reality television and streaming circles alike, a former cast member of the popular TLC series *90 Day Fiancé* has secured a major role in an upcoming Netflix original series just months after being let go from the franchise amid controversy. The news has ignited widespread speculation, admiration, and debate among fans and industry insiders, as the once maligned reality star makes a bold leap into scripted entertainment. The cast member in question is none other than Jasmine, a fiery and outspoken personality who gained notoriety during her time on *90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 Days star. Her turbulent relationship with fiancé Gino Mihilai quickly became one of the most talked about storylines of the season, marked by emotional highs, heated arguments, and accusations of manipulation on both sides. However, it was behind-the-scenes behavior that ultimately led to her removal from the show. Production sources confirmed that Jasmine was fired due to repeated violations of set protocols, including confrontations with crew members and failure to comply with filming schedules. TLC quietly dropped her from future seasons, and her absence was never officially explained until now. Fast forward 6 months, and Jasmine is not only back in the spotlight but reinventing herself in a way few could have predicted. She has been cast in a lead role in *Shadowline*, a high-stakes psychological thriller set to premiere on Netflix later this year. The series, created by acclaimed showrunner Lena Voss, *The Silent Echo*, *Edge of Night*, follows a group of former intelligence operatives drawn back into a dangerous world of espionage, betrayal, and personal vendettas. Jasmine will play the character of Maya Reyes, a rogue surveillance expert with a troubled past and a lethal skill set. Described as fierce, unpredictable, and emotionally complex, Maya is positioned as a pivotal figure in the show's central conspiracy. Industry insiders say the casting decision was both bold and calculated. Jasmine wasn't just handed this role, said a casting director familiar with the process, who requested anonymity. She auditioned against over 300 actors, many of them with formal training and prior screen credits. What stood out was her raw presence, her ability to convey intensity without saying a word. There's a magnetism to her, something real and unfiltered. Lena Voss saw that and fought for her. Jasmine herself has spoken candidly about the transition. In a recent interview, she admitted that being fired from *90 Day Fiancé* was a wake-up call. "I was angry at first. I felt betrayed. But then I realized I had been playing a version of myself that wasn't authentic. I was reacting, not acting. When I got cut, I knew I had two choices: disappear or rebuild." She spent the next several months in acting classes, working with a private coach, and studying film. "I wanted to prove that I'm more than a soundbite or a viral fight. I have depth. I have talent." Her performance in *Shadowline* appears to back that claim. Early footage leaked online shows Jasmine in a dimly lit interrogation scene, delivering a monologue that shifts from cold detachment to explosive vulnerability. Fans who once mocked her on social media are now stunned by her transformation. "I didn't think she could act," wrote one Twitter user. "But this is next level." Another commented, "From reality TV villain to Netflix anti-hero in under a year? Respect." The move also signals a broader shift in how streaming platforms are approaching casting. With audiences increasingly drawn to authenticity and real-life drama, Netflix and other studios are looking beyond traditional acting pipelines. Reality stars, influencers, and even social media personalities are being given opportunities to cross over into scripted roles, especially if they bring built-in fanbases and media attention. Jasmine's casting is being seen as a test case for this evolving model. Yet, not everyone is convinced. Critics argue that giving a controversial reality star a lead role in a serious drama undermines the craft of acting. "It feels like stunt casting," said one entertainment journalist. Yes, she may have improved, but should someone with zero experience jump straight into a lead role in a prestige thriller? It sets a dangerous precedent. Still, supporters counter that talent can emerge from unexpected places. "Look at Jennifer Aniston or Mark Wahlberg," said a Netflix spokesperson. "They didn't start in Oscar-worthy roles. Everyone deserves a shot." Jasmine earned this through hard work and perseverance. Behind the scenes, Jasmine says she's determined to prove her doubters wrong. "I know people think I'm just a reality show mess," she said. "But I've always had a story to tell. This role, this show, is my chance to tell it on my terms." She also hinted that her character Maya shares some parallels with her own life. "She's been burned, she's been used, but she's not broken. She fights back. I relate to that." The release of *Shadowline* is expected to draw massive viewership, fueled in part by curiosity about Jasmine's performance. Whether she delivers a career-defining turn or becomes a cautionary tale remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: her journey from being fired on a reality show to starring in a Netflix thriller is a modern Hollywood story, one about reinvention, resilience, and the unpredictable nature of fame. As the entertainment world watches closely, Jasmine Salinas stands at the edge of a new beginning. The same woman once dismissed as too dramatic for reality TV may soon be praised for bringing depth and fire to a fictional character. In an industry obsessed with image and redemption arcs, her story might just be the most compelling one of all.